Yo, welcome back. Today is a new one for me. I've never, ever owned a pair of these trainers before in my life. Let's go. So, to everyone who's new to the channel, my name is Patrick T. I do a review on trainers, trying to show you what you're ordering, what's in the box, basically from everything, what the box looks like, for what's in the box, what the trainers look like, if they're true to size, and how much they cost. If there's discount codes out there you can use to get these trainers, I'll try and put those in the links below, so always check that out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe and hit notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. If during this video you like the content I'm giving you, please hit the like button because it really does help. To all those who are old to my channel, my OGs, welcome back. It's a new one today. It's New Balance. I've never owned a pair, but I'm going to get into this. But what I should say is, I'm a member of the SWO podcast. You need to go and check these guys out. We have an interview with the original designer of New Balance, who is now designing exclusively for Kanye West and the Yeezy brand. So if you haven't checked it out, SWO podcast. But why I'm saying to you check it out is because we usually mash it up between us. Now, I have a running thing with one of the guys called Blazer Rezi, aka Prince New Balance, who tells me that New Balance is the one. It's the best ever. He talks about the quality, the comfort. Some of the guys agree with him, but my argument is they're just an ugly looking trainer. He is going to be laughing at me so hard now that I've got these, because I vowed I'd never have a pair. But when I saw these pair, they called out to me. But they don't look like granddad trainers. But anyway, SWO podcast, go and check it out. Seriously, check it out. Subscribe. We're on all podcast things, and we just mash it up and talk about kicks, and it's just pure fun. So without further ado, let's just get straight into this. We are talking about the New Balance XC72 Casablanca. I think they call them tennis shoes or racing shoes. But anyway, so here we have it. We have a New Balance box. I do not know if this is typical for a New Balance box. It's like a checkered flag in green. That's the colour of the trainers as well. It's got the mashed up N on the front and the B there across the top of the box. On the side, you've got New Balance in white and it says Casablanca. On the other side of the box, you've got New Balance in green and it says Casablanca there as well. It says tennis club, so maybe it is to do with a tennis club or whatever. Inside the box, you have typical, well, I say typical, you just got typical tracing paper, and it's got New Balance or the mashed up N and a B all over it. Now, the trainer itself, I had to read up on this. I'm not going to lie to you. I had to read up on this because it's different from New Balance I've seen. New Balance tend to be not that good looking shoes for me. Very comfortable, that's why I call them the granddad trainers. But we've got to remember, New Balance was a racing shoe. It was there the same time as when Nike was kicking off and all those other racing shoes. They're saying that this is a homage to the original 372s, I think they called them, or just a racing trainer, but they bubblegum remix to bring it up to now. So let's do what we always do. Let's start with the sole. We have a green sole, right? But this is split in two by an orange line which has arrows like a racing, you know, when you go around corners, you've got those chicane looking black and white things. They've got this pattern going through the middle and it splits the trainer in two. On the bottom and near the heel, it says New Balance, and that chicane type arrow carries on straight up the top of the shoe. On one side of the shoe, the grip is like an old racing grip, round, quite tall grip, etc. On the other side, it's like a mix of short triangles angled in all different directions, as you can see there. It's quite mad. The toe at the top is quite square. The bottom is very square. It's just been cut off, as you can see there, and it's cut to the sides in an offset angle there. And you can see that it's a very square midsole as well. Getting to the midsole, it's keeping with the sole. As you can see, the sole actually comes up and covers the top of the midsole near the shoe toe box in green, and it keeps the patterns on. The outside of the shoe is the angled triangles. On the inside of the shoe is the round dots. The midsole itself, which travels along the rest of the shoe, is white. That travels around, and again it squares off with the heel, as you can see there. The base of this shoe is a white leather with perforated holes, so it's a breathable leather. It's nice quality, but it's very stiff. It's almost like the leather they would use on, let's reference, they say a Jordan 1, but it's better quality. I'm not going to lie, it's much better quality. I don't see this creasing, if I'm honest with you. It probably will, but I don't see it creasing. On top of that, if we start the heel, the first overlay we have is a rubber overlay which travels around from just where the ankle starts around the whole of the back of the heel. It dips in the middle right on the back of the heel and then travels around again and signs off just for the mid part of your foot. That covers another overlay, which is a grey suede, nice quality type of nubuck material. And on top of that, embroidered, not just sewn on or bronzed on, is the New Balance signed the jagged N and the B. Now, that's almost like a pull at the back. You can put your finger around it, but I don't think it is. Underneath that, you have an orange suede, which is, it moves, like you put your fingers on it, you can see the different colours it makes and whatever. It's a really nice suede. If we carry on around the shoe now, you then get to the big N sign, which is typical of New Balance. The bottom of the N sign is rubber green. It's a rubber, and on top of that is that orange suede again, what you've got at the heel, which I've just described. Again, you can run your finger over and see the different colour of it. It's a nice suede. Just as we carry along the shoe, that is then overlaid with a grey suede. Again, that's very nice. You can see it moving, the colour of it or whatever, but it's not as rough or as, I call it, deep. If that's a word we can use for suede? It's not as rough as the orange suede. That carries on around to the toe box, but then through the middle of the toe box, if you remember, we have that orange line going through the middle of the sole. That carries on up, and then it's hit by an orange suede, exactly the same as the orange N. That carries on through the shoe. And if you look at it like that, you can see that orange, it just cuts completely through the shoe. So it's from the sole to the toe box, all the way back to the heel, and it's orange again. So it just divides the shoe in half. The suede on the inside is exactly the same as on the outside. Again, on the inside, you've got the base of a rubber green, and on top of that is a orange suede. The grey suede, which is on the toe box, carries on and is now the eyelets for the laces. That carries on up now. This is where it gets a bit strange, and it's weird that they use these different materials because the tongue itself is completely nylon. Now, there's no other nylon in this. There's not even any nylon in the inner layers of the inside the shoe. It's an off-white kind of, would you call it cream? I don't know if you'd call it sail now because that's what the going thing is. But on top of that tongue, and again, this is where the quality kicks in as well. It's open-ended so you can see the sponge where it's stitched. But on top of that is stitched in orange, the New Balance N and B. Underneath that is stitched in green, is Casablanca Tennis Club. Yes. Then underneath that it says XC-72, which is the name of the trainer. Now, not be funny, you don't get that in a lot of trainers, I must admit, that kind of stitching and detail. Now, the inner layer with the sock lining, that's the word, isn't it? Sock lining, is not nylon, it's leather. It's a nice, soft, white leather. There's not much padding, so I don't know how that's going to rub on your ankle or on your heel, but you'll definitely sit your foot in there. That covers the inside of the heel all the way down to the insole and just around the ankle, but it doesn't go down completely through the whole of the shoe because then your foot will be sweating like whatever. So inside there you've got some nylon, which with a bit of padding or sponge underneath it, and obviously that's where the breathable leather outside will make your foot breathe, and etc, etc. So you're not going to have if you've got a sweaty foot, it's still going to be able to breathe because there's holes and ventilation there. But sorry, I should say, you cannot take out the insole. It's not, to be fair, it's not anything different from any other trainer insole. You've got the branding XC72 with a bit of the chicane orange there, as you can see. That's about it for this trainer. But on foot, this is true to size. I did feel my toe at the end, but not uncomfortably. I just noticed it was there. When I walk around, it didn't feel like, oh, I should have got up a size. But if you don't like that feeling, you could go half a size up. But if you can, you might want to go half a size up. It looks narrow, but it's quite a nice fit. It's not too tight, but then I haven't got broad feet, so I'm not really one to tell you if you should go half size up, just for having broad feet anyway. The laces are like a rope design, and on the tip of there is a gold metal tip, as you can see, which is quite a nice touch actually. On the New Balance site when they're released, they're £130. I went to look at it today, and they're not on there anymore. They're going to release another colourway of this, which is a darker colour. When this released, it was released in the green and the yellow. I put a picture up so you can see that. But you can't get those no more. I think you can get them on other sites, but on the New Balance site where I got these, couldn't get them. What I have noticed on other sites though, they're going for like 150. So that's £20 more than what I paid for them, or what New Balance retail price was. So I don't know if that's a resale thing or they're just making more money off of it. I can't answer that. But like I said to you, they're true to size. They were £130. I couldn't see them on the New Balance site anymore. There is a new one coming out later on. It doesn't say when. I think it's in a couple of days actually, if I'm honest with you. By the time you see this video, it might already be out. It felt very comfortable under feet. What was weird though is when you're looking down at the shoe, all you can see is this part, because obviously your foot stops. You can just see the toe box. But when you look behind you, it just feels like there's a lot of trainer behind you. The footprint of the trainer is very wide, so you can see the midsole when you're looking down. It just looks like you've got something dragging behind. It's a weird sensation when you're looking down. Not an off-key one, not an off-putting one, but it just looks different. There's more trainer behind you than you're used to, or I'm used to, I should say. So it's a weird one to look at. It's not too weird that you wouldn't want to get the trainer because it still looks nice, but you know, that's one thing I did notice. But other than that, that's it really. This is my first ever New Balance, the XC72. I think it's a bubblegum remix of their heritage and their racer trainers, because it was a track and field company. And yeah, that's me. So if you've liked or you've got any context from this video, I hope it does help you in deciding. Please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and definitely hit the notification bell so you know when I upload other videos. I try to do videos once a week to keep you up to date with what's out, what's not out, what's coming out. And that's me, man. My first ever New Balance. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gone. Peace.